Now you see that little red light, red button? That means you're recording. Now you can ask me questions. It's called an interview. So point it at
what's
me.
your name?
Well,
What's your name?
Mommy.
What's your address?
25 Avenue, Toronto.
What's your house phone number?
416-0043.
What's your...
These are good questions.
Powerful story of a woman who is escaping abuse at the hands of her husband, her ex-husband. And I thought that it was really well done. The main character gives us her perspective, and the way that she tells the story, there's a slow build to a degree, and it's enough to help you understand how she could have been in that situation in the first place. Because I know a lot of people would probably look at her situation and think, oh, I couldn't do that. But you know, her story is a universal one, and you're rooting for her, and you understand how she could have found herself in the situation that she was in. I thought that it was beautifully shot, especially considering it's a documentary, and a lot of the footage was shot long before she decided perhaps to tell her story. So, I mean, that said, the footage was amazing. The pictures were beautiful. The music, everything came together to tell a really, really great story. I thought it was an excellent short.
So props to Lisa, and glad you're here for having been through that whole ordeal and coming out with great clarity at the end. She gave the film a certain nostalgic feeling in certain scenes, like when she placed her hand over her hand in the photo album, the windows in which her family's videos kind of struck the screen. And then another great feeling was when she filmed The Chalk Artist, where she was describing the cafe and the beginnings of the cafe. And then another time during the time-lapse scenes at the cottage. So you can tell that this film was really set very much in the past, but also has a strong sense of wonder and purpose for the future. And I love the way that she places everything, including the difficult subjects, and she ends it on a high note as well.
I thought this was such brave storytelling and intimate and very important storytelling, where it is raw and it is so personal that you are getting a full glimpse into somebody's life, that you almost feel like you don't have permission to be there, but you're so welcomed by the filmmaker, by her showing you all of her old footage, her family videos, all of the videos of her daughter growing up. So you feel entwined in her story. The videography was gorgeous, the editing was gorgeous, and the soundscape in the background was the perfect encapsulation of the piece. So I really very much appreciated this, and feel like that's like the pertinent short film storytelling that I'd love to see more of.
I thought this one was really, really heartbreaking as well. And really brave of the filmmaker to talk about her personal life. And the shots in it as well were pretty impressive. I really liked the sort of Brady Bunch shots, the picture-in-picture shots. I thought that was really creative, and the shots of the night sky and the stars, that was really beautiful. So props to the filmmakers for that. That was really interesting to see. And as far as the subject matter itself, I thought it was really well told, focusing on the relationship with her daughter, and how she found strength through her daughter, and her bravery with how she wasn't going to let her divorce affect that relationship. I thought that was really brave, and I liked the beginning shots and the end shots of her on her skateboard. Just really signifies what she was talking about throughout the film, of how she found her own freedom and independence. So I like that sort of symmetry of it. So it was really well told, really personal, really well done.
I thought this one was interesting in that it's sort of like a marriage between documentary and vlog, but just really compelling. And I thought the story was interesting again, and I really liked the way it was all cut together. kept me engaged, and just felt really just felt right. It was just a good one to watch. And
Editing, the storytelling, the music, the juxtaposition of the picture and the music. Um, it covered a lot of ground. Um, the film covered a lot of ground. The filmmaker covered a lot of ground, and but kept it so visually fascinating with this, with the time lapse and the beautiful taste, the the beautiful daughter, and just this heartbreak, this betrayal, really influenced the form of the thing, of the movie, and I the film, and I thought it was just so well done.
Very cinema verite, both in style and in execution. I found the voiceover narration to be very impactful with how it complemented the imagery throughout. And it was just a beautiful and honest piece of cinema, really. And it very much felt like a woman's odyssey towards liberation in life. And it was very inspiring. I hope that it encourages people to look at their lives and see how they can make improvements despite challenges and do so, because it certainly felt inspiring to me.
Love the opening scene with that motion scene. It was a neat effect with I believe it's called the GoPro camera, the grainy kind of a theme texture to the whole story. It was intimate. Once again, mother and daughter relationship. I loved it. The music just brought me there, up close, personal with the character, the lead character. It was a sad film, but it was a happy, refreshing ending. I just love the colors, and I've loved the motion. The whole thing for me was just an incredible. I felt the pain, I felt the anguish, and it just was a phenomenal. The editing, the montages of the photos was perfect.